So you're just going about your day, everything seems fine. And then, bam, their name just pops into your head. You weren't trying to think about them, but there they are, again. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it really all boils down to one major question. Okay, let's just dive right into this, because this feeling, it can be completely overwhelming. You try to distract yourself, you try to focus on anything else, but their presence just kind of lingers in your thoughts. It feels constant, sometimes even painful, and honestly, you're just left exhausted by it all.
And that's such a perfect way to describe it, isn't it? It feels intrusive, like this thought has just hijacked your mind without your permission. It pops up when you're trying to work, when you're praying, when you're just trying to relax, and you just can't seem to find that little axe to close it.
So the crucial thing here is figuring out what this actually means. Are these thoughts a message from Allah, a sign that this person is meant for you? Or could it be a test of your heart, a distraction? Or maybe, just maybe, it's your own emotions that you haven't quite let go of yet. So let's break it down from an Islamic perspective.
First things first, we have to understand where these thoughts are coming from. In Islam, our thoughts and emotions are deeply, deeply connected to the state of our heart. And we're not just talking about the organ that pumps blood. We're talking about the center of our spiritual connection to Allah. So in the classical Islamic tradition, there's actually a specific term for this kind of all-consuming obsession: ishq. Now, this is critical to understand. It's not seen as romantic. Instead, it's viewed as a spiritual affliction, a sickness even. And why? Because it's a love that has the power to displace the primary love that should always be in our hearts, the love for Allah. And that's why it's considered a sickness. It disrupts our spiritual balance and can totally take over if it's not grounded in faith.
This right here illustrates the core idea perfectly. A heart that is full with the love and remembrance of Allah, is basically fortified. It's protected. But a heart that's spiritually empty, well, it becomes vulnerable. It creates this void that can so easily be filled by an intense and sometimes unhealthy attachment to another person.
And this quote just drives that point right home. This type of overwhelming, obsessive thought often takes root when our primary connection, our love for our Creator, is weak. It's a huge sign that the heart needs to be redirected back to its main source of fulfillment. So if it's a condition of the heart, how do we decode the message? How can we tell if these thoughts are a sign or if they're a test? Because let's be real, not every person who pops into your mind is a blessing. Sometimes it's a warning.
There are so many potential reasons. It could simply be your own heart just refusing to let go. Or maybe it's a lesson you still need to learn from that experience. It could even be a form of Allah's protection, a reminder of exactly why they were removed from your life. And here's a fascinating idea. It could be spiritual echoes from their prayers for you. And of course, there's always the chance it might just be a fantasy you've built up in your head that isn't really connected to reality at all.
And this is it, right? This is the million-dollar question. With all these possibilities swirling around, how on earth can you tell if it's a sign you should pursue or a test you need to overcome?
And here is your answer. This is the ultimate tool, the litmus test for your heart. You have to reflect honestly. When you think about this person, does it inspire you to be a better Muslim, to pray more, to feel closer to God, or does it pull you away?
Let's just visualize that for a second. Are these thoughts bringing you more peace and clarity? Or are they creating anxiety, restlessness, and just a total lack of focus in your worship? Look, a thought that comes from Allah should bring tranquility, not turmoil. If it drains you, if it makes your prayers feel heavy, if it fills your mind with endless what-ifs, that's probably not guidance. That's a warning.
Okay, so once you've diagnosed the issue, what's the path forward? What do you actually do? Well, the good news is there are clear, practical steps you can take to reclaim your heart and find that peace you're looking for.
All right, step 1, transform those thoughts into prayer. Turn to Allah and ask Him directly for clarity. Step 2, and this one is tough but so important, guard your senses. That means no more checking their social media, okay? No more rereading old messages. You have to cut off the triggers. Step 3, seek divine guidance. Perform the istikhara prayer. And finally, step 4, actively redirect your focus. Get busy with things that are good for you, things that fill your heart in a positive way.
Ultimately, this whole journey, this whole struggle, it leads to one single destination: finding peace by surrendering to and, most importantly, trusting in Allah's plan for you.
This is where the concept of Qadr comes in. It's that profound belief that everything that happens and everything that doesn't happen is part of a perfect divine plan that was written by Allah, who knows what is truly, truly best for us. even when we can't see it.
This verse from the Quran, it just provides so much comfort, doesn't it? We might desperately want something or someone, but Allah, in His infinite wisdom, knows the ultimate outcome. What we think is good for us might actually be harmful in the long run.
And this is such a powerful way to reframe things. When Allah removes someone from your life or closes a door, it's not rejection or punishment. More often than not, it is His mercy. It's His protection. You weren't being punished, you were being saved from something you couldn't even see.
Just let that sink in for a minute. There's no need to chase or worry or overthink. If someone is meant for you, if they are written for you, Allah will bring them into your life in a way that brings blessings and peace. And if they're not, well, no amount of thinking about them is going to change that divine decree.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. This whole journey isn't just about getting over a person. It's about redirecting your heart back to its creator. It's about finding true contentment, not in someone else, but in your relationship with Allah, and trusting, really trusting, that He is writing the most beautiful story for you.